Hello, loves, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Happy You Tarot. If you are new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome. I know that I have taken a longer than anticipated break, but I am back. So we're going to jump right in. My microphone stopped working before I came on camera, so just bear with me. But we're going to jump in. We're going to get some general messages and just see what's going on. Some energy check, vibe check for all 12 zodiac signs. I'm doing them by elements. So we're going to start with fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius will be first. And then we'll just continue. All right. Once again, I hope all is well. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Happy birthday, Aries. I'm also an Aries, and I've celebrated my solar return. So happy birthday to all my fellow Aries. We are also going to, let me explain what we're going to do today. So we're going to look at your current energy. We're going to look at any blockages, any hidden influences. And when I tap into your current energy, I'm going to look at outside influences. Okay. So I'm going to look at you in particular, some things that's going on. We'll pull some oracle cards and then some things to be aware of. Okay. So let's jump right in. It'll make more sense to you once I lay the cards out, and we'll just, talk about it as we go. I'm trying to get back into the swing of just recording on YouTube. So bear with me because it's been, like I said, I took a break, but it was much needed. So we are going to pray and then we're going to get started. All right. These, each zodiac sign, there will be timestamps. So you can go to your specific timestamp to find your reading. Okay. The readings are timeless. So whenever this reading, finds you, is for you. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Holy Spirit, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, those that sit at the highest best frequency for me and my Happy You collective. Thank you as always for your love, your light, your support, and your guidance. And through this reading, we ask that you come in with your love, your support, your light, and your guidance. Thank you for all messages, and let me deliver the messages clearly so that my viewers can understand them. Amen, amen, amen. All right, so let's jump right in. All right, so Aries, let's see. For my Aries collective, and if you have had a birthday, drop me a comment. Let me know how you're doing. How was your birthday? How did you spend it? For mine was very relaxing. I didn't do too much. I didn't want to be around a whole lot of different people. I just kind of took some R&R, some time for me, to just reflect. And yeah, it was really good. I feel refreshed and ready to go. So hopefully the content will be more consistent, but no promises because life is happening, and I believe in divine timing. So yeah, I just flow with divine timing. All right. So let's see. This is for Aries. What specifically is the energy around my Aries, and what do they need to see? And then outside interferences. So the outside interferences are going to be maybe other people's energy that maybe you're feeling. And it's not necessarily your energy, but someone is maybe sending you messages energetically, pulling on your energy, things like that. Okay. All right. All right, Aries. So the first energy, the card talks about proof, receipts. Okay, show me proof next to the Fool card. Okay, and then you have the Ten of Cups. All right. So, and these are like, energy messages. So we're going to tap into that. So let me see. Let me sit with it for a minute. I feel like The Fool card, if we're looking at it as it relates to tarot, that could definitely be Aries energy or just a fresh new start. Some of you may be taking an observation, maybe in a workspace, maybe in your personal life, and you're there's a sense that maybe you have seen enough. Maybe you were doing some observation, some investigating, just kind of paying attention to things, maybe looking at things in more detail. And it looks like I just hear someone saying, yeah, that's it, I'm done. Like, closed chapter. I have all the proof, or I have all the, what I need. Maybe someone showed you exactly, who they are and what their intentions were. And maybe you were trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, it just looks like you have closed the door on that, and you're open to a new beginning, a new start. That's what I'm feeling. And then with Ten of Cups can be, once again, a cycle closing, completion. It could also be feeling whole again. So if you have released something that was like emotional baggage, something that was a burden on you emotionally, with this Ten of Cups, you're done with that. You're open to better possibilities, keeping a fresh outlook on something. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for you, Aries. As it relates to outside influences on your energy, you have distanced yourself. So you definitely, I could be speaking to an Aries who has distanced themselves from a person, from a place. You could be, moving away from some type of toxic behavior, or some type of, behavior that just was not serving you. You also have chaser, hot pursuit. Okay, so someone may, if we're talking about an individual, then this person energetically is kind of like looking for you, like they're wondering, why isn't Aries calling me? Where's Aries? They know that you have disconnected from them energetically. They feel it, or maybe you have told them. And you have the card of pure intent, but I don't know. It just looks, because even in the card, it looks a little sneaky, like this. So if we're talking about like I said, if this is you take it how it resonates. But if this is an individual that you have had to separate from, it looks to me, it feels as if how they're perceiving it is that, their intentions were pure. They didn't mean any harm. They were trying to be there for you. That's their, but yeah, you kind of shut the door, because you're just like, no, your intentions weren't pure. Just because you say that your intentions are good, that doesn't mean that they are. Okay. That's what I'm picking up on. So Aries, you have distanced yourself from someone because you've seen the proof. Like, you've seen exactly who they are. I feel like you've given them maybe a chance to, maybe you've reconciled with this person. Maybe you've given them the benefit of the doubt. You've given them a second chance, but now you're just like, no. So there's a new start. You feel it. You feel good. You feel whole, and you're just moving on. This person does miss you. They're still in your energy. So if you're thinking about them or wondering, they're, a lot of times when we feel as if we're missing or we're yearning for the other person, but they're just still kind of intertwined in our energy, and so we feel them energetically. So you can do set intention that you're, see yourself like clearing that energy. You can actually do, if it resonates with you, a cord cutting ritual, something to actually, or just set the intention, spiritual detox, right? I'm just releasing this person in love and light, go in love, but, I'm pulling my energy back, and, you go in love and light, but you can no longer sit in my energy, in my heart space, right? Not the way that maybe they were before. Okay. So that's what I'm feeling, Aries. So let's go a little deeper. So once again, these are general messages. So don't force them to fit. Take it how it resonates. If it's not your reading, it's not. So yeah, so let's then look at, we'll go to the tarot. And let's just see. We'll see if we can tap into a little bit, get a little bit more about this energy. All right, Spirit. The energy for Aries as it relates to release and moving away from a person, place, or thing. What are we seeing here? What is the energy? Okay, you have the Chariot reverse, so you definitely, I would say you may be, because I do feel like this person is pulling on your energy. So there, you may be feeling a sense to call them, to open, open the door and let them back in, so to speak. But yeah, just be mindful, because if you've, because I do feel like I'm speaking to an Aries who has given a second, maybe even a third or fourth chance to an individual. If this is like a romantic connection, this could be a friendship, this could be family, and you've just seen all that you can see, and you're done. Okay, the Chariot being here reversed, like I said, just like there's no more movement forward. There's no more you know trying to meet this person in the middle, travel towards this person. The Chariot can also represent, if this is a romantic connection, you feeling like, should I come back? Should I start over? A blockage for you, you have the Ten of Cups again. So a blockage is just for you to know that you made the right decision. Okay, so if you needed confirmation, did I make the right decision? Should I give this person another chance? I think you know. So whatever really resonates with you, and if you feel good about the decision to move on, the Ten of Cups is here telling you yes and good job. Okay, because there's something more fulfilling coming towards you. What you don't see coming is Five of Pentacles. Okay, this may also be Five of Pentacles could definitely talk about, shutting the door, a feeling as if you're left out in the cold. What I'm feeling intuitively is that this is the other person. What they don't see coming maybe is that you're completely done. Maybe in the past, like I said, you left a door open. I like to say maybe a little crack in the door, a little crack in the window, and they were able to come back. But this time you're done. You're done. Five of Pentacles. I think what they don't expect is that you're completely walking away from this situation. All right, so that is what I have. So this does feel like a romantic relationship, partnership, sacred union, someone that just said was just near and dear to you, Aries, and you've just had to walk away and disconnect from this person. And there's a sense that this was really hard to do because you really cared about this person. And I think this person cared about you as well, but they also got more than, maybe your intentions were more pure, meaning your intentions were not to hurt this person or betray this person. And I think they attached to your energy because they knew that. Like they knew that you were giving them chance after chance, benefit of the doubt, looking at them in this positive light. You may have even put this person on a pedestal, and so that was, it became then manipulative because they knew what to do to kind of pull on your heartstrings to get you to, come back or call them or reach out or something like that. So I think this person is going to be surprised to know that like you're done for real this time. Like that's it. All right. So I'm going to pull you a card from the Sacred Symbols Oracle, and we're going to see your advice from spirit or your higher self. Beautiful. You have the Ankh, okay, which represents new life. So like, and that just, it correlates to me with the Ten of Cups. You had that in the first spread. So the Ten of Cups have come out and just a new beginning, feeling emotionally stable. So there's like, because you shut the door or release some old pattern or old, something that was just toxic, it looks like there's new energy. The Fool card, new energy, a new start. And I'm going to read, that's the card. Okay, I'm going to hold it up a little bit. If you want to screenshot it, this could be definitely a focal point for you to meditate on. And I'm going to read to you the importance of the symbol. Okay. All right. So new life. Okay. With the Ankh. The arrival of new beginnings, or the beginning start of something beautiful and long lasting. Drawing this card can indicate a need or desire to start over with a sense of a childlike wonder, which also is representative of the Fool card. Okay. That free spirit, that child, that youthful spirit. Okay. You are beginning. Oh, I'm sorry. What are you beginning? What What you are beginning will have a strong impact and far reach. Drawing this card can indicate a positive relationship or experience, okay? And it just talks about the Ankh. It says it's an ancient Egyptian symbol representing eternal life, okay? So there's a lot of like new energy. It talks, the Ankh represents life force energy, balance, right? Because it's the balance, feminine, masculine. So that's beautiful. So just yeah, just know that if you came into this reading with, maybe you were a little clouded and you're, and just heavy, did I make the right decision to walk away from this person, this place, or leave behind this toxic maybe behavior or whatever? You may be giving up, like maybe drinking, smoke, so just some habit, or it could be a habit of putting others before yourself. So you're tapping more into self-love. I think your reading today is like, good, go for it, continue to move forward, because it's ushering in new beginnings, and the Ten of Cups, which is satisfaction, things that you more desirable, things that you desire more desirable outcome, because you are doing the work, okay, to clear some blockages and things like that. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aries. I hope that resonates. Leave me a message, okay, and I'm going to move on to Leo. All right, Leo. All right, Leo. It's been a minute, Leo, but I'm back. I'm trying to get back into the swing of recording on YouTube and just being in front of the camera. So let's see, Leo. I hope all is well. We are just doing an energy check-in for you, Leo. We're going to look at, we'll pull some oracle cards. We're going to look at blockages, hidden influences, and advice from Spirit right now. It's a energetic check-in, all right? Okay, let's see. All right, Spirit. First cards are going to represent Leo, what's going on with Leo energetically, personally, Leo. And then any outside influences, energy around Leo. Maybe someone else tapping into Leo's energy. Okay. Leo, this seems to me like a recurring theme for you. Those Leos who are, watching or subscribe to my channel, there's always a theme of Leo just kind of like doing their own thing in their own lane and happy. Some of you are single and you're content, okay? And because of that, you have the card single, content. You may have, and this keeps coming up as well, like maybe just, you may be feeling maybe petty. You may be doing something. You may know that maybe, I hope not. I hope that I don't have Leos who are, intentionally being petty, gossiping, but that may be your energy. But what I'm feeling is that you are just separating yourself from the crowd, like from people who are petty, who are jealous. You're just focusing on you, and just not paying any attention to those, negative influences. You also have the card of love here. Some of you could have met someone, but what I'm feeling is more self-love and self-gratification, like just feeling happy, whole, in whatever you're doing and whatever you are, if you're focused on a goal, you're focused and you're not worried about any inside influences. And because of it, maybe people are gossiping, they may be wondering what is going on with Leo. Why isn't Leo, out and with the crowd? So, they're just wondering. Some may be wondering if you're in another relationship because you are so quiet and so to yourself. But for a lot of you, you're just, like I say, you're just content in the space that you're in, no matter what you're doing, whether you're with someone or single. But what I'm feeling is that many of you are just focusing on yourself, your goals, your ambitions, your work, your, the things that keep you happy, your passions, right? The things that nurture you and nourish your spirit. Outside forces, you have Aquarius. So there may be an Aquarius air energy who's wondering about you. Where's Leo? It says fear is making you question it. So this person is this Aquarius may be part of this crowd of petty people, so to speak, people who are gossiping about you. They may be wondering if if you know that they were involved in some type of pettiness or whatever. But I don't even think you care. And then you have Temperance here. Someone may also be wanting to clear the air with you, to talk to you about something. So if you fell out with someone recently, and it could be you have Temperance here, so it could be a Sagittarius. You have Aquarius here, but that just may be the energy. Because Aquarius is air, so it could be, communication. So maybe you're not talking to this person, and they want to sit down and talk about it. They're fearful of what you may say, and that you may not want to talk to them. You may not want to listen to them. This person may look at you like, well, Leo has moved on, and they don't, they're doing better without me, or something like that. They just feel like they're not, you're not on their level. You may have it's feeling like it's a energy of intimidation. Okay, so, and I'm not saying that you're intimidating to them or you're doing anything intentionally, but that they may just, that's how they're perceiving it. Okay, all right, so that is your overall energy messages. So let's go a little deeper with tarot. All right, Spirit, what is this energy that we're seeing with Leo? Give us a little bit more detail. Okay. So you have the King of Swords reversed. So you definitely, and you take it how it resonates. This could be someone, this could be a relationship of some sort, friendship, family, romantic. But yeah, you've cut ties. You're not speaking to someone. It may have been like a harsh cutoff. Like you may have blocked them and they didn't see it coming. A blockage is for you to, you got to say something. I don't know. There's an energy of maybe not making amends, Leo, but I think sometimes, and this is just my opinion, but sometimes, we find ourselves in spaces where we have to just do a complete, like, cut off, right? Like just cold turkey. I'm not speaking to this person, just whatever. And then sometimes there is room for, like, maybe not reconciliation, but at least clearing of the air, and speaking your truth, because that's important as well. Because it's more of a lesson for you to not just run away from a situation, but to face it head on, be able to say how speak your truth, maybe set a boundary, let this person know, or whoever this, people, let people know. Because that's what it's feeling like. It's feeling like maybe instead of just ignoring a situation, you need to say something, okay? Because your blockage is the Three of Swords. It's more of a burden on you. Okay, so you're not and you may not be being honest in a situation. Okay, with the last spread that we saw, maybe single, maybe you're in more of an isolation. You've cut yourself off, but not in a way that feels good. You just feel like maybe that's what you have to do to protect yourself. Okay, so I think your advice from Spirit here is like you have to speak up and say something, and I know you can do it, Leo. Leo can speak up. And maybe that's just the thing. Like maybe you don't want to be, you're waiting for the right chance to do it, the right opportunity, so that you won't come off aggressive or rude, or you want to kind of with that Temperance being here, you want to show some patience, some self-control, and maybe right now that's not the time for that. But yeah, hopefully you can move into a space of clearing the air with this person, because that's what I'm feeling. You cut someone off, but you really need to talk it through, and at least let them know where you're coming from, or speak a truth. Maybe you're talking to this person, but you're not being upfront or honest with how you feel. Okay, which can be a little manipulative for you and for them, because you're not being true to yourself. And then if you're leading this person on because you're not completely being 100 with them, then of course that's that could turn into more of a manipulation. Energy of manipulation. Okay, so let's not do that, Leo. Yeah, and what you don't see coming, the Magician reverse. Yeah, you don't want someone to feel taken advantage of. Okay, so maybe if this is someone that you are in a relationship with, and it's hinting at romantically, so romantic relationship. That's what I'm getting the sense that that's what it is. So maybe you've met someone, maybe you are in a relationship and you're just dragging it out. You don't really see any long-term benefit from it, but you're just kind of dragging it out. It's turning into like an energy of you're manipulating the situation. Okay. With that single card being here, you can also, maybe you have mentally or like removed yourself from the situation, so you may be stepping outside of the relationship or the sacred union, but so you're not being honest with your partner. Yeah, it could definitely be that as well, and you just need to say something. You need to be honest with this person. If you don't see long term, you need to be honest with this person, because I think that with this Three of Swords being here, it's almost like you're hurting yourself, you're hurting them, you may be severing maybe a friendship, so just be honest. Okay. Your advice from Spirit that can help you, your sacred symbol is Earth. Okay. And I'm going to read that, but that's a symbol that came out for you, so you can use it to meditate and focus on the goal of maybe having this conversation that you need to have with someone. And I'm going to read to you what it says. All right. So this is your card, Leo, and it says, the tangible world and all that is physical in nature, what we can see, feel, and touch, invites you to participate in enjoying it. Inviting earth energy in your current situation will bring more stability at this time. Be kind to this temple of your physical body, because it is your home for your soul. It requires adequate nutrition and rest. Meditate on this symbol when you want more connection to the physical plane and validation for all that is here in the three-dimensional world with you. Honor it, see it, feel it, experience it with love and respect. Okay? And this particular symbol talks about alchemy, earth alchemy. Says this is the symbol for earth, so earth alchemy. All right, so maybe some of you Leos get into reading about alchemy, how to alchemize energy, the study of Alchemy might be helpful right now. But what I'm feeling is, being more grounded and in tune with yourself, okay? As you're moving into spaces maybe where you do have to have conversations with someone, speak your truth in a situation, and just feeling confident enough to do that, but also getting grounded enough so that you have the right words to say, so that you can speak your truth, but without harm or malice. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope it helps. Leave me a comment, and we're going to move on to Sagittarius. All right. So hello, Sag. So let me clear the cards, and we're going to see what you have for your as your energy check-in. All right. Okay, Sagittarius. So we're going to pull some cards and do an energy check-in with, tapping into your energy and then your any outside influences, okay, that you may be feeling or sensing around you at this time. And then outside influences for Sagittarius. All right. First off, Sagittarius, if you are looking for, you have the card of settlement, compromise. Okay, what I'm feeling for some of you, if there's some legal, some settlement that you're looking for, or that you are looking to get, it looks like that will be, you'll get more information about that in the days to come. Like and it looks good. It looks like there'll be some type of agreement that you will reach with someone, but yeah, so you may be getting some type of cash settlement, or it could just be maybe coming together with and agreeing to work with someone. Maybe there's an offer on the table. You may be, purchasing a home or a business, but it looks like you're going to come to some type of, the two parties, you and another party, are going to come to a compromise, something that you're going to feel good about. Okay. So, you also have the card of single and available. Okay. So for some of you, that may be your status. You may be meeting someone that is single. Okay. So you may be dating, getting to know people. It's giving me the energy that if you're moving out of situations where maybe you were meeting people that did not align with your core beliefs and values, it looks like you're going to start to meet someone that's going to align with those values. You have the card of cleansing, meditation, removing negativity. Okay, so make sure that you're doing just that. You're cleansing your space, however that looks for you. Okay, so you could be using herbs. The card, there's a sage stick, so you could be smudging. It could be a spiritual bath, or just prayer, meditation. Okay, so just continuing to do that. All right, just keeping yourself in a higher frequency, high vibration. Because it looks like there's some good things coming, especially this settlement, whatever this energy is, that looks really good. It looks like celebration, happiness, coming to some type of compromise that you agree with. This could be a new position. This could be a new job. This just looks like new energy, something that you're going to feel really good about. Okay. So yeah, continue to clear mind, body, spirit, clear your mental space, set positive intentions, speaking positive affirmations over yourself, just being aware of your thoughts, okay? So that you won't, you can receive these blessings as they come in, okay? Continue to speak them into existence instead of, being like they're, being in a stuck or blocked energy where you cannot receive these, okay? Outside forces. Some of you may be, let me get some more. I'm gonna get a few more cards. Um, it's giving the energy of spying. Like maybe someone's looking at you on social media. Um, if you have met someone, yeah, you may have an ex or someone that is just like maybe spying, looking at if you're on social media in some type of way, they may be spying on you, looking at photographs, things like that. You may have cut this person off. It says extreme cutoff, and you have vacation here and just family. I don't know. It looks to me like there's someone is just wondering, like, where is Sagittarius? What is going on? Are they with someone? Because you're not speaking to this person. Yeah, so that's the outside influences. So this could be just people in general that are, just being nosy and looking and wondering what you're doing. Yeah, that's what it's giving. Someone's worst fear is that you're entering some type of fruitful union. Okay, I don't know. I just get the feeling if you were in a relationship with someone in the past, maybe you just had a really deep connection with this person, they still kind of feel you, and they can kind of feel like, I don't know, it's almost like they feel you entering this sacred union. They feel that things are just really going great for you, and that's making them feel, a little burdened. So that's what I'm getting, Sag. Nothing to really, I mean, unless you just wanted to know if you have an ex that's still kind of checking for you, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. But let's go a little deeper, Sagittarius. Let's look at tarot and just see what is tell us more about this energy, Spirit. You have the Hierophant. Some of you, your focus is just not on a relationship right now. Or maybe there's also an energy of maybe you're looking to date and to maybe be in a relationship, but not traditional. Not in a traditional sense, okay? Because you have the Hierophant here and it's reversed. So, yeah. And yeah, so someone, and that may be the issue too. Maybe someone is thinking of wanting to, maybe if you've met someone, they want to move this relationship to a higher level of commitment, and you're just not wanting that. Maybe you're okay with just, dating this person and just spending time with them and maybe traveling, doing things, but you're just not looking for a commitment in a traditional sense, if that makes sense. To who that resonates with, that'll make sense. And a blockage for you, you have the Three of Wands. Make sure, Sagittarius, that, because for some of you, you're just in this very adventurous, free spirit energy, and I love that. But make sure you're not, it's giving me an energy of someone looking for something that's right in front of them. And maybe you are turning down opportunities. Maybe you've set intention for, you've prayed for something, and it's like it's right in front of you. But you don't see it. You don't see it because it's almost like you're looking beyond that for the next best thing. So just sit in gratitude for how things are developing. You may not be exactly where you want to be, but what, sit with it. What is the lesson? You know, how how far have I come to even be in this situation, in this space, and just sit in gratitude for that. Because some of you may be looking, yeah, it's like a searching for something that's right in front of you. Okay. And it's okay if you don't want to be in a, because this doesn't necessarily have to be, with this energy, you don't necessarily have to be, it doesn't have to be that you are not wanting a relationship. Like, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be, maybe you're not where you want to be in your career, as an example. But Spirit is like, but you're learning and you're growing. You're in a good place. Like, you're right where you need to be able to, once you get to where you're supposed to, be, like your goal of where you want to be, you'll feel ready for it because you have gone through each step, each stage and phase of it. Okay. So just trust that. Okay. What you may need to release, something that maybe you don't see, is that you're stubborn. There's an energy of just, just being stubborn, and just maybe there's a certain way that you do things, that you think about things. You got to be a little bit more flexible, Sagittarius. Okay, you have the Four of Pentacles here. Okay, and so it's like things aren't gonna, whatever this is that you're waiting for, there's a sense that you want it, but then it's over here and you're looking over here and you just see how he's looking out. What if it's behind him? So don't forget to look at things from all perspectives, right? Showing gratitude to it all, big or small. Because it may just be that he needs to turn around. Okay. Because the Sagittarius that I'm reading for, you're kind of stuck. You're trying to hold on to a way of thinking, a way of doing things, and Spirit is like, that's over. Like, you have to be flexible enough to try new things. If you want something different, you have to do something different. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. All right. So your advice, and we're pulling cards from the Sacred Symbols Oracle. So your advice from Spirit, you have the moth here, which talks about a message. So there's that's beautiful, because there's a message, and we're doing messages, advice from Spirit. So there's a message here. So moth talks about messengers, being a messenger, messages. Okay. I believe that's the moon moth, because that's the same moth behind me. So I believe you may be having dreams, or things may seem a little hidden to you. So let's read it and see what your advice is. Maybe there's a message coming through dreams. You're getting these intuitive nudges, but it's not clear. Maybe your path is not clear right now, and you're still a little murky as to how I see the goal. I know the goal, but like, how am I going to get there? What is my purpose? Okay, so this is a card, so you can meditate with this symbol. And it says, a letter, a text, an email, a vision, a dream, a conversation, music, or some other form of message is coming regarding your current situation. Be open to receiving it. Meditate on this symbol to draw a message from your ancestors and guides at this time. Okay, the lunar moth. Okay, that's the symbol of the lunar moth. Moths symbolize knowing and delivering messages. And the size of the moth can indicate the impact of the message. And for me, I'm being drawn to green. So it may be a message from the heart, like listening from the heart. Okay. And it may be, because there's a sense that maybe you're only looking at logic. Like, does this make sense? And that's okay. We have to, we have to look at things through. My understanding is that we look at things through three mindsets, right? Wise mind, our wisdom, and logic, right? Because wisdom teaches us, well, what have we learned up to this point about a certain thing, right? So that's the wisdom, the lessons. And then logic, of course, we have to do things, what is logical, but also emotions, right? We have to, how do I feel about this? How do I feel today versus before because of the things that are presented to me now? So being able to navigate through that and not think about a now situation with the same attitude from the past, because the past is the past, right? So being open to learning something new, a new direction, a new way of thinking about something, a new way of doing it, a new way of cultivating it. Okay, for some of you, this could be a career. Maybe you are used to working a certain way, doing something a different way, but Spirit is saying, well, you have enough skill sets to maybe venture out and do your own thing. Okay, and not have to be subjected to, working and increasing someone else's vision, right? But what is your vision? What do you want for yourself? And that's the energy that I'm picking up on with the Three of Wands. Don't let something pass you by, Sagittarius, because you're only looking at it from a lens of like yesterday, right? You're looking at, if I'm talking to some Sagittarius that say you've been wearing prescription lenses for 10 plus years, when we go and get our eyes checked, most of us, they make adjustments because as we get older and our vision, we get older, our vision changes, so we have to get a new prescription. I'm talking to someone who maybe you're looking through like an old lens at a situation, and Spirit wants you to like correct your vision. Okay, you have to go get a checkup to correct that. You need new lenses to see something new because you're looking at a new situation through the lens from 10 years ago. Okay, so I hope that helps. That's kind of the vision that I'm getting, and the advice that I'm getting from Spirit, to share that, with you. And so, yeah, but I hope that helped. Leave me a message. Let me know how it resonates. If it resonates, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you have not. And the next readings will be for earth signs. All right. Peace, love, and light.